Good afternoon, and thank you for joining today's webinar. United Wholesale Mortgage wants to give our partners strategies on how you can dominate over the next 15 months, because 2025 starts now. I'm proud to now introduce Matt Ishbia. He is the president and CEO of United Wholesale Mortgage, the #1 mortgage lender in America and the nation's #1 wholesale mortgage lender for 10 consecutive years. Matt is the most prominent advocate for independent mortgage brokers across the country, focusing solely on growing the wholesale channel and setting the tone for the entire mortgage industry. Matt is also the owner of the NBA's Phoenix Suns and WNBA's Phoenix Mercury, using the same team-focused approach that helps him elevate UWM to build championship-caliber basketball organizations. Joining us now, please welcome Matt Ishbia.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thanks so much for the nice introduction. So glad to have you guys here and go through, 2025. So I usually do this at the beginning of the year, like December or the beginning of January, to prepare for 2025 or the next year. But this mentality has to change that today is the beginning. We already started. 2025 is here. And so what today's presentation and webinar is about dominating the next 15 months. How do we get prepared for 2025? Because it's already here. We waited for 33 months from the end of 2021 till now, basically for rates to drop, for opportunity on refi, for more affordability, for more inventory. Like, it's been a slog, right? For 2 years and 9 months. But we're here, and now it's time to dominate. So the next 15 months, 2025 starts now. And that's why we're doing the webinar 3 months early. That's why we're going through. So today I'm going to go through 8 different things that I think you need to do and think about and strategize and execute differently starting now. Not waiting till January 1st, not waiting till after the holidays. Oh, Christmas is coming, Thanksgiving. Like, listen, I get it. But now is 2025, and 2025 has a chance to be your best year ever, potentially, right? And don't limit yourself. So we're going to go through a bunch of these things. We're going to talk about all the details. I'm going to take questions, and if you have any questions, please email questions@uwm.com. I'll try to take 5, 6, 7, 8 questions at the end of the day before we finish this. We're going to make this done in 60 minutes or less, try to make it efficient, try to get you back to your work and get things going. But excited to have you here. It's been a great week so far. Let's get rolling on the webinar. So first, let's talk interest rates. So mortgage market, interest rates. So we know where rates are. Everyone talks about rates went up since the Fed announcement. So listen, let's get through. Let's level set here. It is a refi boom. It is an opportunity right now. I know rates went up. Oh, they got better, and then we were all excited that they were 5.5, and now they're back to 5.99 or 6%. Like, 30-year fix in the 5s, government, conventional. It's a refi boom. The mortgage market. We know the Fed's going to cut rates a couple more times. That doesn't always, as we just learned, impact our rates. But with labor and the economy and all different things, employment, that does impact it. And so the biggest thing for you as a loan officer is you have to have the mentality is that everybody that did a loan in 22, 23, and 24 needs to be talking to you right now. And when the Fed announced they lower the rates, even though our rates all went up, we're seeing more refinance action than even before. Higher rates, more refinance action. Why? Because everybody knows it's a refi boom. Consumers are now calling and talking. So let's make sure our mindset isn't like, oh, well, rates went up, I guess it's not here yet. No, it's here. 30-year fix in the 5s, right? 30-year fix in even the low 6s. It's a refinance boom. It's an opportunity. And so understanding interest rates, they go up, they go down. People are like, oh, I'm going to time it. I'm going to wait to lock. Like, that doesn't work, right? Understanding how to sell discount points. We're going to go through a bunch of different things. But mortgage market interest rates. The interest rates are lower. Affordability is higher. Inventory is great, right? All the opportunity is there for all of us. We have been waiting for this for 33 months. It's here, and I'm excited about it. Now, like I said, it's a 15-month year. So let's get rolling with 15 months of things that we have to do. So this is all about the 8 things you must start doing now, not January 1, not when, when I get busier, I'm going to start doing these. And when it slows down, I'm going to start it starts now. So I'm going to go through a bunch of these, and I'm hoping that when you're watching this at home or your office, you write down 1 or 2 or 3 things that you do differently, that you're going to go execute. Because I know of these 8 things, I believe all 8 of them, and that's what I would be doing. But if you write down 2 of them, we got better. We're all trying to improve it a little bit. So first, mentality-wise, reinvest your time, and your money. So let's talk about this. Your time is even more valuable now. Okay. So our mentality has to be that, hey, the next 15 months, it's going to be extremely busy. Hopefully beyond the next 15 months as well. But I'm focused on 2025 right now. But understanding how you reinvest your time and what are you doing with your time? How are you preparing your time? So, are you getting better? Are you training? Someone says to me, "Oh, Matt, I'm really focused on working smarter, not harder." And I said, "Okay, let's work smarter and harder. Now is the time to do both." We've been waiting for 3 years. You could be working smart or you could be working hard the last couple of years, but now it's time. And so going through all these things and thinking about I wrote down all the different things that you can think about reinvesting your time. Like, how are you spending your minutes, not your hours, not your days, your minutes of your day to be great? And so are you getting better? If I spent my time trying to get better, working smarter and harder, I'd be focused on, okay, how do I improve myself? Success Track, obviously, we have 800 plus people coming out here almost every week. I'd come out to Success Track, investing my time in getting better. If you don't want to have time to come out to Success Track, I'd be watching Partner Academy videos. Like, those videos have different nuances, how you can learn different things and grow your business. You don't know about VA well enough, we got something for you, right? You want to learn about how to, use Chat UWM or use Blink or use something, like, invest your time, but also reinvest your money. So let's think about this. Free credit reports. We rolled this out 6 months ago now. It's been a huge, huge hit. I was talking to a loan officer who was telling me about the money that they've saved in their company. I said, okay, well, what'd you do with it? So, well, we saved, $18,000 or whatever the number was. Okay. Well, invest that money. Are you buying leads? Are you doing real estate networking? Right? Are you hiring a loan officer assistant to call on all your past clients? Are you getting on property radar? How are you reinvesting that money to build your business? That's what this is about. That's what this is about. Reinvest your time and your money. Work smarter and harder. Are you taking advantage or are you just kind of letting things come to you? Now is the time to double down on your investment in time and money, understanding those things, even understanding, like, credit reports. We have this credit track so you can upgrade their credit score. Like, are you aware of all these tools? Like, too many people I talk to are like, oh, I don't know about this, or you guys should have this. I'm like, we have that. You got to talk to your AE, you got to understand these things because it's about reinvesting your time and your money. Like I said, saving money, buy leads, figure out how to do that, hire people, figure out how to prepare. Like, make sure you're figuring out how to double down because the next 15 months could be huge. They're going to be good for everybody. I don't care who you are. It's probably going to be good, but can you make it great? Can you make it the best? That's on you. That's on all of us. So reinvest your time and money. Now, the biggest thing I think about when I'm tracking someone, like, how are you working? How are you working to build your business? It always comes down to this same thing, pro rankings. Okay. So we made a change recently about pro elite's obviously important. That's 70 points on this scale, but you can get up to 140. So 70, you get pro elite 100, you get 30 basis points extra CYPs, you get 30, you get 60. But now we have pro elite 120, we get partner points, and pro elite 140. Like, you basically have a perfect score and you get, 120 CYP and 20,000 LOPP, and then you can double that. You can get another chunk of it after a quarter if you do it all 3 months. Like, pro rankings, we have some incentives for it, but why are we incenting it? So I want you to think about my money, our money at UWM. How are we thinking about why would I spend all this money on these things? Like, what's the mentality? The mentality is, I know for a fact, that people that have high pro ranking scores, which means they watch the sales huddle, they're watching videos, they're sending out memory makers, they're building relationships with real estate. They're all about relationships. They're all about growth. They're all about client service. You know what I know is those people, they grow, they double, they triple, they quadruple. And so I'm spending my money, our money, I'm reinvesting my money to basically reward those behaviors. It's like the cheat code. It's like I have the answers to all the test, and the answers are do all these things, and your numbers grow. And this isn't about going from 3 loans to 6 loans. This is about going from 3 loans to 18 loans a month. Like, why limit yourself? Why say, oh, I'm going to go from 3 to 5, or the market's doubling 3 to 6? No. You can do 18. You can do 25. I'm watching it happen real time. Like, I look at the numbers. I see someone who's new to the loan officer world, doesn't know anything. And a year later, they're a pro elite 140, right? They're closing 16 loans a month. They never did a loan before in their life. Like, how is this happening? Purchases and refis, opportunities. So my biggest advice for someone is reinvest your time and your money. And the way I'm looking at it is, what's your pro ranking? If you're pro elite, Pro Elite 120, Pro Elite 140. Where are you on this? Make sure you're dominating on it. That's your own scorecard. And if you're a Pro Elite 120, 130, 140, I'm positive that you'll be doubling, quadrupling, or even more of your business. Second one, service clients differently. Commit to it. Commit to doing it differently, okay? It's not the same thing you've always been doing. Oh, of course we got to pick up our call every time. No call up behind. UWM has that. You have that. Like, how do I answer every time a real estate agent or consumer calls? But Memory Maker. We talked about Memory Maker. I don't care if you do the gift. By the way, you should do the cutting board every single time. But once again, handwritten note or an email to the consumer. Like, how are you differently servicing your clients differently and at the highest level possible? And so you have to commit to it. You have to make it so that they feel special, right? So ways to do that is you can obviously use different things like Safe Check Complete so that therefore they're not getting 1,000 calls from consumers or from other LOs calling you. Like, how do you think about ways to modify this process to make it so it's better for your consumers? How do you make sure you proactively teach them and show them how things should be done so that they have a successful mortgage? Because guess what? As we talk about, nobody cares about mortgages. They just want the house or the savings. Our job is to make it faster, easier, and cheaper. And so service clients differently. Now, how do you make them feel different? How do you make them feel special? First off, you care about them. You answer the phone. You go out of your way to make it simple and easy and understand that it's a stressful thing for people. We live in this industry, but they don't, right? And so we understand that. But beyond that, how do you customize it? So I really believe in customizing the mortgage. Custom mortgages, exact rate, flex term, and a custom rate lock. Using all three of these on a loan. So you tell someone, hey, listen, I got you 5.831% interest rate. I'm locking you in on a 17-day lock. And on top of that, we're going to do 28 years because I know you've already been paying for 2 years on this, and I don't want you to add back any more time to your mortgage because I know it's important to you and your wife about. So here's what we got. See if they get that shopped. 28-year at 5.831 interest rate on an 18-day. Like they're not shopping that. And also they feel like it's a customized mortgage specifically for them. Service your clients differently. Service them better than they were being serviced before. And that's all on you. And you can control that, right? And then, like I said, send the Memory Maker cutting board out. Make sure you have a couple touch points throughout the process. Like, how do you make sure that it's a wow experience, not a I'm glad I got that done experience? And that's our job. So custom mortgage, right? It makes it harder for others to compete with you. It gives you a benefit. Like, there would never be a loan, just so we're on the same page. And I've said this on record for years now. If I'm originating, there's never a loan in my life that I would originate on the eighths. I would never do a 6 or a 6 and an eighth or a 5.875 or a 5.7. Never in my life. It would always be 5.7499 or 5.836. Like, I would never, why would I make it easy for someone to compete with me? Why would I give them a chance? Like, why? No one cares. Like, you have the ability to customize it. Why not customize it? Why be like everybody else? Service your clients differently. You have to commit to it. Third one is go fast on everything. Like, everything you do has got to be faster. Like we can talk about speed all the time at UWM and all the things that we do. But it's not just what we do, it's what you do. So, of course, like my AEs, for instance, will talk to you about underwriting turn times. I'll talk to you about that. But what about the CFC time? What about the setup time? What about the lock confirmation time? Like, every aspect has to be fast. Everything. The way when a client texts you, text them back fast. I talked about no call left behind earlier. Everything's got to be fast. How do you make it faster, right? And so I even think to the closings. Like, someone I was, this is now 3 months ago, I was talking to loan officer, and so hopefully there aren't many people like this out there anymore. This loan officer has said he's never done a virtual closing or a hybrid closing. Never either one of them. Like, I understand virtual, you got to understand how you use, like, that's how you should do all your closings. If you're not doing both of those or one of them on every, like, that's fast. You think a consumer wants to go to the title company and sit there and sign 62 documents, right? Think about this process. Like, think how ridiculous it is. Have you ever been to a closing in a while? Go to one and see how ridiculous that is, right? Literally, there's all these documents. They're moving it. The husband, the wife, they're signing it. How about you do a hybrid closing where we get almost all of it signed prior and they go sign a couple docs? It's a celebration. Same thing with a virtual. Like, I would do every one of my closings virtual, especially refinances. 100% of refi is virtual. But Go fast on everything. Speed always wins. You don't want to do it like, oh, being methodical and going through the process. It doesn't work. Go fast on everything. That's a key. Now, I already talked about our turn times, but this stuff matters. Like, speed's going to win more now. Like, think about this. And I told this story in the AE meeting. I think I even told it at Association of Independent Mortgage at AIM, who's doing great things. Jonathan Dodd and that group are doing awesome stuff. Like, I was at their thing speaking last month, and I showed a slide because it was a story from a loan officer who's like the most price sensitive guy in the market. He's like, I'm so price sensitive. My clients are price sensitive. I have to have the best rates. I do this. And what he realized, and what we came to realize together, and I hadn't even thought about it exactly this way, is that speed matters more on a price sensitive client than it does on a nice non-price sensitive client. When a client really like on refis, it matters more. And I was like, well, why do you say that? And he basically showed me what happened on his loan where he took lower comp. This guy had like a 1-point comp plan, the really low comp plan. He sent it to Provident. He did the whole 9 yards to win this loan. But as you guys know, rates have went up recently. They go down, they go up. And if the longer you drag this out for 45 days or 30 days, the likelihood of someone calling your client and being able to offer a better deal is 100% almost. It's like almost impossible for someone not to. Someone will do it cheaper than you. Someone will have a lower rate than you. And guess what? They all have their number, right? They're all calling them. And so if someone's very price sensitive, they're going to be shopping you all the way through the process. And so how do you condense the process? How do you make it so it's 9 days, 11 days, 14 days, less risk of rates dropping below where you're at and you losing this loan? And so speed always wins. UWM's turn times, like we're all over it. Like we're knocking things out same day, next day. Obviously we market 2 days on new loans, 1 day on conditions, but like we're trying to clear the loans close 7 days. And by the way, another one on speed, CD at initial underwrite. Like if you don't have your closing disclosure out at initial underwrite and you're like waiting through the process, you can't be faster, right? You can't be fast enough. And so understanding that, we actually in the fourth quarter, if you do a lock less than 20 days in CD and initial, you get the extra 10 points on your pro ranking score, once again, to try to drive you towards speed always matters and a better service level for the clients. Okay, speed. I'm talking about a lot of different things that help, but now I want to make sure we put our memory cap on, if that's the right way of thinking about it. And let's not forget what got us here. Okay, we're 2.5, 3 years into no refinances, but they're here now. But what got you here? Okay, let's talk about the purchase business. Okay, because although I'm up here as CEO of UWM, like telling everyone it's a refi boom, and guess what? It's a refi boom, right? If you're not doing multiple, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 refinances a month, hopefully more, you are missing out on huge opportunities. But let's pause that for 1 second and talk about what got us here. The only reason you're in this industry and successful and being able to pay your bills for the last 2.5 years is because you win on purchases, because you built great real estate relationships. If you're one of the loan officers that hears Matt talk and says, oh, he said it's refi, I'm going to go focus on refis, like I'm not doing a good enough job. I'll be a thumb pointer and say I'm not doing. It's refis and purchases. I've been doing 4 purchases a month for the last 2 years, and that's how me and my family have been eating. I'm going to do 4 or maybe 5 or maybe 6 purchases now, but then I'm going to be over here doing my 12 refinances, and I'm going to be working smarter and harder, right? It's got to be both. Don't forget what got you here. Don't forget the real estate relationships, right? Real estate agents, although they love lower rates because maybe more affordability and there's more inventory, more people are selling the house, that's good. But they also don't like lower rates because you know what every lender does? Gets backed up and focuses on refinances. Easy money rather than taking care of what works. And so now is a great opportunity to go deeper with your purchase relationships. Make sure that they know how much you care about them. Make sure you build those relationships. Make sure you're there for them even more. Still show up at the open house even though you're doing refinances also. Like understanding this. So don't forget what got you here. There's so many opportunities. Affordability is up. Don't forget about our MI. Our MI at UWM is cheaper. So it's not just interest rate. I go exact rate. I go with a special MI program where they have cheaper MI, exact rate, faster closings. But also I'd be talking about, how do you make the real estate agent look good? How do you make sure that you're helping them build their business? Are you going to the open house? Are you going home value estimators, showing them different things? Like, let's do all the things that got us here, right? And you're like, oh, well, there's only 24 hours a day. I know. Guess what? Yes, we were working 8 to 10 hours a day. Now we're working 12 to 14. We've been waiting for this. It's been tough for 29, 33 months. Remember, it's been a long time. And now we're here. Don't just pick up that, put that down. Like, no, I'm doing it all. I'm dominating all the way across. That's why I'm doing a webinar 3 months earlier, because I'm ready. It's a 15-month year. It's going to be a grind. It's going to be a lot. But if you just do refis, you will regret it. If you just keep doing purchases and stay out of the refi, you'll not only regret it, you'll lose. Like, you have to do both, and that's why we're here now. So now, quick story. There's like, how do you continue the real estate relationship? So I talk about this program, 0% down, okay? Yes, I wish I could still do it on the first-time home buyers on all of them. I have the AMI restrictions. So it's not as big as it was originally. It's still huge, okay? So I was talking to a loan officer, and this is a true story from maybe 3 weeks ago now, maybe 2.5 weeks. I don't remember. It was end of September, okay? And I'm talking to this loan officer, and he's loyal, UWM, closing about 10, 12 loans a month. And he's mostly purchasing. I'm talking about refinances. He got his couple first refis. He's doing refi 75. He's doing all good stuff. So great loan officer. I'm sure he's watching, so he'll know exactly who I'm talking about. But he's like, I'm like, so what's going on? I'm like purchase is going great. He's like, man, I'm killing it with purchase. 0% down is the best thing you've rolled out in years. I said, oh, great. Yeah, a lot of people love it. I hate that we had to back it down a little bit. He goes. And by the way, this guy is in California. Okay, so we're clear. Okay. And so I'm like, how's it going? He's about 0% down. I pull up his pipeline. He goes, I'm killing it with it. I pull up his pipeline. You know how many 0% down those loans this guy had? Not one. I said, what are you talking about? 0% down. I don't see one in your pipeline. What are you doing? I'm like, are you doing a grant program, something else? He goes, no. He goes, all my purchases I get from 0% down. That's how I meet with all the real estate agents. And I'm getting meetings. No one does a 0% down because of AMI. It doesn't work in my area, but I'm marketing the hell out of it. I'm on social media. I'm meeting with real estate agents from it, and I'm getting business because of the 0% down program. He goes, I don't have one in my pipeline right now. Like, literally, this guy is winning with the program that he's not even able to write in his market, even though he can write it in his market. I explained to him. But either way, he's like, there aren't that many homes for sale that make sense. And there's so many loan officers out there that are like, oh, it doesn't fit in my area. I don't do loans below $200,000. I don't have that many of those loans, so I can't market it because it's not all first-time home buyers. You're missing out. Don't forget what got you here. Purchases, dominated purchases, real estate relationships, differentiating your market, opportunity. 0% down program is a winner. It's a great winner. Take advantage of it, right? It might not last forever, but while it's out there, I'd take advantage of it. I'd make sure I'd market it. I'd make sure I have meetings out of it. Like, get the best out of it, and maybe get a loan or two out of it. That's great. We're getting hundreds of loans a day, so we're getting lots of loans out of it, but not everybody can. But everybody can meet with a real estate agent about it. Everyone can have a conversation about it. Like, purchase business, it's still here. If you move only to refi, you're going to fail. If you're only in purchase, you're going to fail. We got the best of everything right now. Work smarter, work harder. Don't forget what got us there. Now, with that being said, one of the big things I want to hit you on, let them know. Let them know what's going on. Puff your chest out a little bit. Brag on social media. Tell people, like, people are on social media. Like, I'm with my kids. I'm with my basketball team. I'm with people. You know what they do all the time? Scroll on social media. TikTok, Instagram, Reels. Like I'm sure people use Facebook, LinkedIn. People are on Snapchat. Like, this is where everybody is. Like, the old day of putting TV commercials out there, like, that costs a lot of money. You got to, like, only people that have, like, big businesses can do that. You don't need that anymore. Let them know what you're doing. Post on social media. Post on social media that you're watching this webinar right now. Hey, I'm out there learning from the CEO of UWM, getting better. Like, post stuff that you're in the business. Interest rates are down, opportunity. More people are, like, let them know what's going on. Is your social media profiles great? Have you Googled yourself recently? And it's not just Googling anymore, right? You got to search yourself up on all different sites. That's what people are doing. If you don't think they're doing it, you're missing out on an opportunity. Let them know. When you have a successful closing, how can you not get a video review and post it on your feed? How can you not post something and take a picture? Like, I'd go to every closing if I was, and I know it's hard for everyone in different areas. I'd go to every closing. I'd take a picture with Jenny and John Smith and smile, post it, congrats on your new home, or so glad I was able to save you $84. Hey, like, whatever it may be, right? Like, I'd post it and share the positivity on social media. Let them know what you're doing. If you're not posting on social media, you're not sharing everyone what's going on, because guess what? That's where everybody is. And if you think, oh, I posted on Facebook, Matt, you can't just do Facebook. You got to do LinkedIn. You got to do Instagram. You got to go on TikTok. Yep, you might have to do a little dance move, like whatever you got to do, right? Like, I don't know what you got to do to get people to watch you, but you got to be out there. You got to be on the social media websites because that's where people are at. Now, we're putting huge amount of money at UWM, so I want to hit this on, like, the NBA season starting, the WNBA season is finishing, but mortgage matchup is everywhere. It's everywhere right now. Are you taking advantage of it? Is your profile high and tight? Do you have your 2 or 3 locations, right? Do you have it set up so that you can get leads and opportunity? You have video reviews on there. Do you have your email, website, everything set up? Because people are going there, and they're not just going to the first person on there anymore. They're going through it. And by the way, people are actually going to mortgage matchup now to validate you. So whether even you might have a loan with them, and they might search you up and find you on mortgage matchup. And then they see like what your reviews are. And this is actually after you already took the application with them. They're validating who you are. Like, understand that this is a viable place for people to find you. You have to continue to make sure your website or your online presence is fantastic. So UWM, tens of millions of dollars behind mortgage matchup, right? Whether I'm on TV, whether we're putting commercials out, whether we're putting things on the NBA, WNBA, whether we're doing different, like, we are getting people there. And so here's an informational. Like, we put more spend behind mortgage matchup in the last 30 or 45 days. But what was interesting was, it goes up a little bit with the spend. But literally on September 18th, in that week and after that, the mortgage matchup traffic has more than doubled. And we didn't spend more than double the money. Everybody is looking for a mortgage right now because they heard the Fed dropped rates. Are you looking good on there? Do you have a picture on there? If you don't have a picture on there, put one, okay? If you don't like your picture, take a new one, right? Like, we got to get ourselves out there. Mortgage matchup, that's where people are going. They're going online. Be out there. Let them know who you are. Be proud. Like, you're trying to win in business. You're not trying to be good. You're trying to be great or the best. Mortgage matchup, social media. If you're not on social media, you're not going to win long term because that's where everybody's going. That's where everybody is. Next one. Scale. Do you and stay focused. So what does this mean? I want to make sure that we think about what you're great at. Like, I always speak about myself and my business and our success. Let's talk about UWM. Like, why is UWM great? And what have we done great here? We have 8,700 people, and we focus on one thing. One thing. Helping brokers dominate in the wholesale channel. Helping brokers win. Helping brokers serve consumers in real estate. That's all we do. We don't try to do, I'm not trying to do homeowners insurance. I'm not trying to do appraisal management companies. I'm not trying to start a title company on the side. I'm not trying to do all these. Obviously, we don't do retail, like, that stuff. But, like, we are the best at one thing. Well, how do you scale? You have to do you. You have to be great at what you're great at. And so, what are you focused on? Are you dominating your world, right? You went from 4 loans a month to you got 8 or 10 or 12 or 18 or 20. Who knows? And then you're just like, oh, well, I got to process the loans. I got to originate the loans. But there's only 24 hours in a day. You got to be the best. You know what you got to do? Stay front end focused. Originate your loans. Originate your loans. Talk to your consumers. Take the applications. Move them to your processor. Keep going, right? How do you scale? How do you make sure UWM's rolled out a bunch of different things to help, right? We want to help because last time the broker channel had an opportunity to double or triple, 2020 and 21, we all won, but we lost market share. The broker channel lost market share. So how do we lose market share in that market? It's because we weren't prepared for scale. So what about you? Are you ready? Are you ready to dominate at a different level? And that's your decision. You get to decide. So think about it. Have you used PA Plus? Your processor just went from having 12 loans to 30. PA Plus is here to help. Regular processor assist is here to help. Like, whatever we can do to help you. You can use PA Plus just closing. Like, a client of ours, she was telling me, like, I love PA Plus. I only use it for closing because my processor doesn't want to deal with the title companies balancing the CDs. I said, great. We got you. We got you. Like, let us do that so you can go originate. As soon as you stop doing the stuff that helps you grow and win is when you start to take a step back. You will lose. Right? As soon as Matt says, oh, I'm going to stop focusing on UWM and pushing sales and helping operate, as soon as I start doing something else, guess what? Those other things will falter. They won't be as good because you know what? I'm focused on it. Same thing with you. Are you focused on front end? Are you focused on loan consumers? Are you focused on purchases and refis and talking to clients? Do you have an LOA, loan officer assistance? Do you have multiple processors? Are you prepared? Right? Are you taking advantage of all these things? We have Keep. Like I told you, we rolled out Keep, which is basically brokers don't follow up with their past clients. Hey, we're servicing the loan. We see they can save money. We'll do it for you. We got you. We're going to help you out. Now, obviously, they're going to reach out to you, and you're getting paid your full account. We got you, but we got to get the process going so you can stay front end focused. Go get your loans. Go stay with your real estate agents. Go get new refis. Go get there's so much opportunity. Scale. Do you. Stay focused on what you do. Stop trying to, if you do a little bit of everything, I'm going to process my loans. I'm going to deal with the title company. I'm going to order title because my process is a little backed up. You start doing that stuff, you know what you'll do? Less business. Less business, and it's more stressful and not as much fun. So scale, stay focused. Now, with scale, we rolled out Refi 75, which has been a huge, huge hit. And obviously, as rates ticked up a little bit recently, it's been even more valuable. Great. I got you. Rate and terms, Refi 75 has been a huge, huge success. It's to help you grow conventional and government loans, streamlines IRRRLs, rate and terms, conventional rate and terms. Like there's so much business out there right now. You don't have to wait. On top of that, we talked about Refi Comp Plan. You don't have to have a lower Refi Comp Plan, but I'm just telling you the data, right? 1.5 point comp plan on a refi is getting closer to the higher end. And someone's like, oh, don't tell me how much money to make, Matt. I get to make my money. I don't care what you make. Do whatever you want. I'm just saying if I'm going to give up 75 basis points, hey, we got to realize what the market is. And just let's be real about refis for those that have not been in the industry or have been in the industry a long time, is like refis are significantly easier than they've ever been. It's so simple. And so on an average loan size of $400,000, you're making $6,000, 1.5 point comp plan. I think we're doing okay, right? 10 years ago, you'd be making 2.5 points, but the average loan size was $200,000, right? That was only $5,000. You're actually making more in less time with the refi. But if you're sitting there like, I got to make my full 2.5, 2.75, that's cool. You're just not going to get as many loans, right? Because it's a competitive market out there. And with trigger leads and payoff stuff, all the crazy stuff that goes on out there, you're just not going to get as many loans. Like I'm telling you what works. I have 12,000 mortgage brokers that work with UWM. I have everyone's comp plan. I know what it is. And I was telling you, the reason I made this Refi 75 and tied to the comp plan was because the week I was rolling out, we had, this is even before refis really got hot, 85% of our refinances, rate and terms, not cash out, 85% of our refinances that we had at UWM had one thing in common. The comps were below 1.5 points. 15% were above. It's hard to do those loans. It's hard to do the loans making 2.5 points. It just is. And you know what? Quite honestly, on a $400,000 loan, even a $200,000 loan, you can make a lot of money. It's all about volume. Do more loans, help more clients, get more referrals. You don't need to make so much of it. Now, once again, if you can do it and you are, like, I wish everyone the best. I'm just telling you, like, hey, someone's like, oh man, I didn't lower my comp plan. I make 2.25 on all my refinances. I'm like, great, I'm cool with you. Like, I don't care what you do. He's like, I'm doing 8 refinances a month. You know, I'm doing great. Awesome. And then my thought process is, could you be doing 18? Like, sounds like you're pretty damn good. Could you be doing 18 at 1.5? Like, I don't know. The question is, I don't know the answer to it, but I do know I see the data. I see thousands and thousands of brokers, tens of thousands of loan officers killing it on refinances. So if you're not doing 10 refinances right now, oh, rates went up, Matt. You know, it got a little worse since the Fed. I don't care. We're still seeing droves of refinances. We're having our biggest submission month in years at UWM right now in October, right? And it's like, oh, but did it get a little slower because rates no. People, you have to adjust. You have to modify to win. The refi comp plan, I don't care what you do. All I care is that you win. And this is what's winning right now. And I'm giving you my advice based on what I've seen working. And that's why we're pushing that. Make 2.75. I could care less. I just want you to win. I want you to win big. And I want the broker channel to win because if you win, we win. We're teammates. Now, last two. I got 2 more things, and I will take some questions. Once again, questions at uwm.com. Email them up. I'll try to answer. I'm not going to answer all of them, okay? But I'll try to answer as many as I can, and then your AEs can follow up with you, or you can always reach out to me. I'm always available. But 2 more things. Once again, this is all about 2025, but it's a 15-month year, and it's starting now. It's already here. We're in the midst of it right now. So the big one I want to hit on is this. To win in 2025, be the first to try it. I talk about early adoption. Be the first to try it. So I promise you, in life and in business, anything, if you're one of the ones that's always like, I'm going to wait and see how things go, it's going to be great. You're going to have a safer world and not as big of an opportunity. Be the first to try it. Whether it's technology, a new process, and guess what? Be the first to throw it away too if it's no good. Like, I'm fine with that, but I try everything once. I try it. Let me try it, see how it works. Or does that help me grow my business? Oh, it doesn't work. Or hey, I did this virtual closing, but I really liked it this way. Or I realized I only want to do it on refis because purchase it was kind of weird. Like, okay, try it, use it, do virtual closings. I already talked about that earlier. Do hybrid closings, right? Like Track Plus. Oh, I tried it and I had a problem. Okay, well, try it again. Like, I'm telling you right now, you're going to realize that the world is going to continue to innovate. Like, I get questions all the time about artificial intelligence. Hey, Matt, what's AI going to do? How's it going to change? Are we going to get replaced? Okay, listen, 1,000% sure, loan officers, real estate agents are not getting replaced by AI. They're going to get replaced by loan officers and real estate agents that use AI, that dominate AI, that are bought into AI. So if you're like, oh, I don't really know how to do it, I kind of just do my thing. It's like, I like what I'm doing. If you're still one of those guys or gals, change. It's time. It's time to try new things. It gets a little uncomfortable. Oh, I didn't try that. I don't know what to do. Okay. If it doesn't work, you can go back. But if you don't try it, you will fail. You will fail. There is so much stuff that UWM is rolling out, but the industry and the world is rolling out. You have to be first to try it. Stop trying to figure out, like, okay, well, what do you think this like? Like, jump on a call. Like, my AEs, their job is to answer your calls. Jump on a call and be like, explain this to me. Show me how this works. Show me Track Plus. Show me how I disclose it. Why does it save money? Why do they get the price? Oh, they get a price incentive and they save this money. Like, how does this work? Okay, well, how's the closing process work? Okay, what does this mean? Like, ask these questions. We got you. We got you. Right? Like, people, like, you have to be the first to try it. You can't be someone sitting there and saying, well, I'm going to see how everyone else does it. In 6 months, I'll try it, because 6 months, there'll be something new. Again and again and again. And guess what? The one thing I know about artificial intelligence, so I have 1,700 plus IT people. This is what we're focused on all day, every day, because we know it's changing the world. Other things in the past have not changed. You know, NFTs, not changing the world. We learned about it. Blockchain, not changing the world. Artificial intelligence will change everything that we do. Nice for brokers is you don't have to worry about it, because I'm building stuff for you. I got you. But if I build stuff and I show you how to use it and then you don't do it, you're going to fail. You're going to fail. We're going to fail. UWM will fail. So I'm asking, I'm begging, try new stuff. See how it works. If it doesn't work, give us feedback on what you don't like, do like, and we'll make it better. But I'm telling you right now, if you don't try it, you will fail long-term and coming up short-term. Now, one of the things we rolled out, which was big, was Chat UWM. So much stuff tied to Chat UWM. We rolled it out months ago, and someone's like, oh, I kind of like the source. I kind of look it up, and then it just pops up a bunch of articles, and I go through okay, that's cool. 2010, 2018, that was awesome. 2022, that's not the world anymore, okay? It's not the world. Kids, young people do not search it up on Google anymore, right? This is the way it's changed, right? They search it up on social media. Chat GPT, we're using Chat UWM here. Like, it's there for you. So we made some enhancements to it where now you can chat, and it gives you prompts back and forth. Like, Chat UWM should be like you're the smartest loan officer in the world sitting there, and you can ask him any questions, ask her any questions, and she will respond back and ask you, like, oh, what do you mean? Well, you asked for VA funding fee. Well, do you mean this? Or what do you mean about that? And like, it's like a conversation. Okay. Now with Chat UWM, you can upload a document. Here's the 1040s. Boom. What's the income? How do you calculate the income on this one? And this is the calculate, like, oh, or you can upload your loan through file 3.4 and make it so you don't have a problem upload. It does the work. Like, it's interactive with you. It's got you. And it's only going to expand and expand. It's like, oh, well, I'll figure it out when you guys, it's perfect. Okay. It will never be perfect. For the next 30 years, it's going to continue iterating. It's amazing. And it does some things that you don't even understand. Like Chat UWM, by the way, like, so you understand the power, like, the best social media posts in America right now, you can go on chat, whether it's GPT or UWM, and be like, okay, hey, I'm a mortgage loan officer in, Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm really focused on purchase business and with this loan size. What's the hottest social media post you can post out there? And Chat GPT will actually, like, find all the best ones and be like, here's the ones that get the most likes, the most, like, comment, and all of a sudden you can just copy it and put your little spin to it. And all of a sudden, like, why would you not use it? Why would you not use something so powerful? You know why you wouldn't use it? Because you're stuck in your own ways. And that's why I said try it first. Be the first to try something new. Chat UWM, there's so many enhancements. I've gotten so much feedback on this one since we rolled this out, the enhancement a couple weeks ago. It's been phenomenal. But then I get people like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get to it. I'm going to check it out soon. Be the first to try. Don't be the guys like, oh, well, we'll see when we get to it. We'll get to it when we get to it. Like, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. And then the last one, okay, I went through 7 things. The eighth one, and the eighth ones, they're all important, but the eighth one is just like old school, let's go mentality. Like, win all the loans. Go get them and then get more. Like, stop trying to sit there and figure out, like, oh, well, I get so many emails. Thank you for all the emails. I appreciate them. I get them. I guess all my stories are from your guys' emails. Someone said, oh, I'm not doing this loan. I'm only making $500 on it. I said, what are you doing? Like, you already did 80% of the work. Close the loan and make $500 and do an amazing job. Set them a cutting board and get referrals from them. Like, get every loan. Get every loan and wow every client, right? You have to do that. You can't be someone that's sitting there like, well, I don't make my comp. Like, I'm worth more than that. Oh, you ain't worth more than that. Like I'm not worth. I'll do it for free. I'll pay to do loans because you know that client acquisition is everything. That client will love me and they'll refer me their cousin, and their cousin will refer me their brother-in-law, and their brother-in-law happens to be the police chief who gave me every police officer at that office in that area. And I got 21 loans from doing this one loan for free or lost money at it. Like, don't be so short-sighted. Like, win every loan. I want to make money on every deal too. Trust me. Like, listen, I understand we're working to make money to pay for our lives, but don't be someone, don't step over dollars picking up pennies, right? Dominate. Dominate by doing every single loan, and you'll get more. You'll grow. And now this is a big one. So I'm going to hit you on the last part, like, and something that we are struggling with loan officers, okay? Loan officers know the market. The market is different right now. Markets ebb and flow. I've talked about this. By the way, here's an example. I told you about 6 months ago with inverted rates, where there are actually rates that are higher because of different coupons. I don't want to get too technical with you. This coupon has this interest rate, and since the bond investors want this coupon, therefore, the lower rate is actually paying more than the higher rate. How is that possible? Because it's way the market is right now. Inverted rates. So 6 1/8 might pay more than 6 1/4 based on the coupon it's going into, right? Understand that. But that's not what I'm talking about now. That's the market, okay? That changes, that ebbs and flows. And I'll communicate with you on it. And the market right now is discount points. The market right now is discount points. There's nobody on this webinar, thousands and thousands and thousands of people, they're going to tell me that they think interest rates are going to be up 50 basis points between now and the next 6 months. Anybody? Like, there's no chance anyone watching this believes that. Guess what? You know, really smart people that buy these mortgages, mortgage-backed securities, and these bondholders, investors, you know what they also know? The same thing. The same thing. They don't think rates are going up. They think they're going to be going down or staying the same. 30-year fixed in the 5s. So you know what they're doing? They're not paying premiums for 6.875 anymore to cover your comp, right? Like, it's completely ridiculous for you to think I'm going to cover my comp and roll in it. Because the problem is 6.875 or 6.5 isn't paying enough premium. It doesn't make sense. Going up a half point in rate used to be like 175 basis points or 150 basis points in some situations in more premium. Now it's like 75 basis points and more premium. It doesn't even make sense. The math doesn't work. You have to go low. Go low on the rate sheet. Oh, man, if I go low, I'm not going to be able to refinance them again. Yes, you will. Equity in the house, cash out rate. Like, stop. You're going to do every loan 3 times in 3 years. I told you. We're on the second loan right now. Okay? Know the market. Discount points on every single deal. If you're not charging 2 discount points on a deal, you're not going to win the deal a lot of times. And I know that's extreme to say 2 on every deal. It's not that extreme. There's tax deductible benefits for consumers. It's getting the borrowers avoiding EPOs because if rates drop a little bit, they're not going to have a low. Like, understand the market. Discount points win. And by the way, this is how retail lenders and servicers do it. They charge 4 discount points. Like, literally, it's crazy what they're charging to buy down the rate, okay? And they can't even match your pricing, right? Understanding it. If you are not charging discount points, you are missing out. If you're going on Loan Sifter or on Arrive and really, I'm just going to put in a rate and see what I get, like, you're just not going to win, right? And so the 8 things I talked about is about dominating now for the next 15 months and beyond. Know the market. By the way, you watch our Wednesday sales huddles, like I'm at almost every one of them. I promise you, when discount points are not the thing, I'll be the first to tell you. When inverted rates change back, I'll be the first to tell you. But believe us, like, it's not like it doesn't help me. I don't make more money if you do discount points. It doesn't matter to me at all. I just want you to get the loans. I want you to win. The only way we lose at UWM is if you lose. And so we're giving all the advice, taking all the information from 40,000 loan officers and saying, what's working? What's not working? Right? We're closing 50,000 loans in a month, 40,000 loans a month, 60, like we're billions and billions every single month. I see it every day. And I'm giving you the feedback that this is what's working. Discount points on refi is mandatory. That's what's going on. Trying to roll it and do a zero cost loan and it's just not the game today. It will be the game again. 6 months, a year, it'll be the game. I'll be the reverse. I'll be like, hey, put it in here. We'll do this loan. We'll do another one down the road. Like, I get it. I know the game. But if you're so set in the way, like, so back to my try it first, try this first. Trust me. This will help you win loans. Do it on an exact rate. Do it on a custom loan. Like, you're going to win loans. 5.7216, right? All of a sudden, now I got a 5.7216 rate, and now I'm offering them on a 17-day, back to the thing. They're paying 1.3% discount points. My comp's taking care of into that, right? Like you're going to win a 19-day lock, 12-day lock, like all these opportunities. Know the market. The market has changed. And guess what? The market will change again. Understand that, and we are ready for it. Now, I went through a lot of stuff. So hopefully, let's recap. I gave you 8 different things. Hopefully you wrote down 2 or 3 of them. Hopefully, like, Matt, that really resonated with me about speed. I got you. That I didn't think of it that way. Good point. Or, hey, Matt, reinvest my credit report money. Good point. I'm not doing that. I'm just kind of putting it in my pocket. It's time to double down on the business, or whatever it may have been. Maybe purchase focus really hits you well, right? Like, or social media hit you well. I don't know which one it is, but the answer to all the questions, and I'm gonna do Q&A in a minute. But the big thing here is this: the time is now. Stop waiting. Don't wait till after Halloween and then Thanksgiving's here and then Christmas and New Year's. I'm gonna really dominate. In 2025 is here. It's here right now. It's October 11th? Like we're here. October 10th, whatever it is today. I don't even know. Like, all I know is it's now. It's today to dominate. Today is the day to dominate. Today is the day to change my business so the next 15 months will be beyond what I ever dreamed of. And the last thing I'll talk about this is, like, the time is now to dominate, but don't limit yourself. Don't let your person next to you or your husband or your wife or even me tell you what you can or can't do. The biggest limiting factor of people's success is themselves. The time is now to dominate. The next 15 months, I don't care if you're doing 5 loans a month right now or you're doing 1 loan a month right now. Why can't you do 20 a month? Why can't you do 30? Who told you couldn't? Who said you couldn't? Who made the rules that you couldn't? Think about UWM. I got here where there's 12 people at UWM. We got 8,700 people. Who told me I couldn't do that? Right? Everybody told me you couldn't do it. It's not realistic. But I made a decision. I'm not going to let anyone limit me. Don't limit yourself. Don't say that going from 3 loans to 6, oh, I doubled my business. I'm doing good. Why not 60? Like, literally, we can do this. I'm telling you, take some of these 8 things I talked about. Focus right now. Get a head start on 2025. It's a 15-month year in my head, and we are going to dominate. Brokers are going to dominate. UWM's going to dominate. We're going to dominate together as teammates, as partners. We're all in with you guys. If you guys have a chance, you guys win, we have a chance. If you don't win, we don't. So we're all in with you, everything we believe in. So the time is now. And so I'm going to leave you with that. I know we have some questions. So let me take some Q&A. We'll do 5, 6, 7, 8 questions, and then we'll get out of here, because I know I'm at like 45, 47 minutes, and I want to make sure I'm efficient. But the time is now. Let's dominate. Let's do some Q&A.
All right, Matt, first question comes from Eileen in Massachusetts. She says, I've recently started attending my closings, and I love how stress-free they are because of instant funding. Since we're not waiting for funds to be sent, I'm wondering how I should capitalize on being in the room with both agents, the title company, and the borrowers.
Yeah, so good question. Like, I love that you're at closings and you're celebrating. Like, you have to go to the closings if you can. So, like, someone, oh, it's a 45-minute drive. Drive there. Especially on a purchase with real estate agents there, but even on a refinance, taking pictures. Now, I would do refinances with Track Plus, and I would do virtual closings so I could be on there. That's how I would do it. But my big thing is, you have to be there. I'd come with my business cards. I'd come and post pictures on social media. I'd make sure that everybody there, including the title agent, both real estate agents, know who I am, and that I follow up with them. Like, my goal would be at every one of these closings is to get my card, but to actually have a follow-up meeting with each person there, whether it's a title company agent after the fact, because post on social media the happy clients, happy consumers, get a meeting with the buyer agent and selling agent in the next week, like 15 minutes in their office, bring them a coffee, right? And that's how I'd build my business. So I really think celebrating the closings is a huge thing. I'd go. It's stress-free. The money's there. especially if you do hybrid closings, as I talked about earlier. So literally there's like 6 documents to sign. But go to your closings. It's not stressful. It's not uncomfortable unless you make it uncomfortable. Go there, talk to everyone, be around. Like, it's a winning formula. You might even meet other people that are closing at the same time in the lobby, other places. Like, I don't know where it's going to be, but I love virtual closings. I love hybrid closings, but I also love being at closings, and I'd make sure I try to be at all of them. But thank you for the question.
Next question, Alicia in Georgia wants to know, how do you suggest coming up with ideas for social media content that can help drive leads?
So 2 things, Alicia. I would say, 1, I talked about Chat GPT and going out, like you'll find it. Like, you'll find it out there. But second is, like, UWM, we have partnership services. Like, call us, call my AE. That's their job. Tell you what's working. Oh, Alicia said she was in Georgia. Like, Johnny in Sacramento does this post and he got 38 likes and he got a lead from it. And this person got 200 likes and a lot of interaction from it. Like we're here to share ideas. And I'd come to Success Track also and figure out social media marketing classes. Like, we'll help you with this stuff. If you think that you got to do it alone, you're going to fail. Because guess what? I didn't do this alone. I can't do anything. Like, no one does anything great alone. You have a great team, and we have a team. So partnership services, I would talk to my E. I'd say, hey, how can I build my social media? I'd go to Chat GPT. That's what I would be doing, and seeing what's hot out there and type it in there. Like, there's so many, and then type in loan officers and see what loan officers are posting and copy it. It's a copycat world. Like, everyone copies everything everyone else does. Like, why not copy it? Put your own spin on it, your own face, your own mentality, your own thought process, and make it happen. But like, the biggest thing about it, the reason I hesitate to answer that question with all those ideas is because the biggest answer to the question is just start. Just do something. I don't care if you just post right now a picture while you're watching this webinar. Like, this guy talks fast. He's talking about mortgages. I like low rates. Like, I don't care, and smile. Who knows what's going to happen? It starts. Got to start. Start now.
Our next question comes from Denise in New York. After a few years of trying, I've been building a relationship with one of the top real estate agents in my area. I've told her about the advantages I have as a UWM partner, but I feel like I need to do something to really drive that message home. What's your advice?
Well, you got to drive the message home by, 1, showing up to her or his office. 2, actually delivering what you say you're going to deliver, because there's never been a loan officer ever said, hey, by the way, I'm gonna close a loan in 75 days, and it's gonna be a miserable process. It's never been said, right? They always say it's fast and easy. You actually got to deliver that. But then the third thing is, I'd bring them out to Success Track, to UWM. Like, I'd bring them out to, like, we have hundreds of real estate agents that come with LOs, and like, it's the ultimate cheat code, right? Like, I don't care what you do. If you're building a relationship with them, 1, they're gonna walk in here and say, hey, there's almost 9,000 human beings that have your back, as in the loan officer's back. 2, they're stuck on a plane with you for hours. They're here having lunch and dinner with you. Like, you can't not get more loans, right? It's not even possible. And the best part is the real estate agent will learn too, and they'll get more loans. They'll get more loans. You'll get more loans. You'll both do social media stuff together. You'll build a relationship. Like, we have loan officers that literally come out here every time we have one of these classes, and they literally bring 3, 4 real estate agents. Sometimes people bring more than that, and they're just building relationships, stacking it up. Create a video of, once you're out here, like, create a video of all the great things that we're doing and what the trip looks like, so it looks like it's fun. I know it's Pontiac, Michigan, but it's fun because, you know what? The best part is the trainings are great. The people are great. Okay, the learnings are great. You'll get more business, but let's put all that aside and act like none of that happens. They're with you for 48 hours, 24 hours. Like, you can't not get more business. And so I really believe in, if you want to cement a relationship, bring them out to Success Track. That's why we're paying for it. I got you. Like, that's what I do.
Freddie in Texas says refi business has picked up and we're having more of those conversations with clients who purchased homes in the last few years. The challenge it's created is making sure we're staying front and focused on purchase business and our realtor partners. What does UWM offer to help with this?
Well, I would come out to Success Track. I'd get trained, but let's put that aside. We have Keep, right, which is helping you stay in front of your past clients. But you know what I'd offer is a little bit of more work ethic, right? A little bit more effort. Like, because guess what? I can't solve that. You got to call more people. You still got to do real estate business. You still got to do refi business. Like, you got to do more. Like, work harder and smarter. Like, yeah, it'd be nice to just I know Keep will do some of the refinances and help you with it. I know that we got Client Connect. I know if they're paying off the loan, we'll send you the payoff notification. We know you connect. Like, I got all this stuff, these resources to help. But at the end of the day, you got to do it, right? Like, at the end of the day, You got to say, okay, I'm really busy. I got to stay front end focused on my purchases, but I got all these refi opportunities. So which one am I going to do? The answer is both. The answer is we got it. Like we've been waiting for so long for this. Like we're waiting so long to have both. You didn't have any purchases back in 20 and 21 because nobody knew how to do them. The last 3 years, you've been building a purchase business. Now that refis are back, you can do both. And yes, it's going to be more work, more effort, but also more money, more success, more happy clients, happy families. Like we're going to win together. And so there's no easy way. It's just you got to work harder and smarter. We got to put more work ethic in right now. This is what it's going to take. And guess what? You don't get to pick the cycle. Rates could go back up in 9 months, and we'll be on another year or 2 year hiatus. I don't think it's going to happen, but it could. So take advantage, embrace the cycle right now.
Next question from Lindsay in Minnesota. I love being able to earn LO partner points just by watching your videos, especially the weekly sales huddle. I like to use them to order custom swag for our office to help with brand recognition in our community. How else should I be using my points to help drive more business?
Well, so partner points have so many nuances, right? CYP obviously can help you with lowering rates, and I don't, you got to win this loan. Okay, great. You got that. Use it on certain loans for certain things. But partner points, I love the swag. So the swag idea is fantastic. Like I would, wherever I go, I'm going to Starbucks, I'm going to the gym, I'm going to my kid's softball or baseball game. Like I'd have my Ishbia mortgage, like that's what I would do. Like, and we do that for you. So that's a great way of partner points. But you could also use partner points with real estate agents with free appraisals, appraisal credits on all your loans. Like we got you with that. Like that's an opportunity to use your partner points, right? Like there's all these different things partner points can provide, and we got more stuff coming because as you notice in pro rankings, we said you're going to get more CYP, which CYP is great. Like, hey, use 9 basis points on this loan or 17 on this one. Like you can use whatever you want, but on top of that, you're going to get more partner points, and we're going to have more stuff coming with CYP and partner points. Pro Elite 120. Pro Elite 140. There's more partner points coming out, and there's going to be more stuff to use it to grow your business. So swag is one of my favorite ones. There's charitable donations. There's all different things, but I love the appraisal credit one and swag. That's usually where my mind goes to on those couple.
Sonia in California says, thanks so much for Mortgage Matchup. I've gotten a half a dozen leads from it so far and closed 3 of them with another in process. What can I do to get even more leads from Mortgage Matchup?
So Mortgage Matchup has been great. The way you can get more leads is one, I just talked about pro ranking. Get your pro ranking higher, okay? Pro 120, 130, 140. You'll be higher up on the list. But people with Pro Elite 90 and 80 are getting leads through this too. And so I think it all comes down to your profile, your email address, your website, your picture, your video reviews, your typed in reviews, whatever you call those, all the reviews. Like you need more reviews. And people look at it and say, are you 5-star? How many reviews do you have? And all that information is like, how do you make this stuff better? And so that's what I would do. I'd also make sure I have multiple locations in there if I'm in multiple states because you'll get more opportunity that way. And so Mortgage Matchup has been a huge, huge success and it's only going to get bigger. And so get your profile strength fantastic, make it so it's better across the board and you'll be successful.
All right, this one from Mark in Utah. I'm so happy to see that UWM's turn times have stayed the same or even gotten faster as business has picked up. My processing team is very busy with all the refis we've been doing lately. How do you keep those turn times as fast as they are so I can keep impressing my realtor partners?
Yeah, so speed always wins. So my point to you on this question would be never let sales get ahead of operations. And so it's hard as a loan officer or you have 2 loan officers there and you have a processor. Well, they went from doing 10 loans a month to 30. The processor can't handle that. So we have other things out. One is I would hire more processors, but everyone's trying to do that right now. So understand that UWM, we hired thousands of people starting last October, preparing for this opportunity, training them up, coaching them up, ready for this. We built out PA Plus. We built out Track Plus. So because title companies are starting to get backed up. We built out underwriting, obviously, because that's what we have to do, make sure we dominate that. So we don't let sales get ahead of operations, and that means not by slowing sales down, but by speeding operations up. And sometimes you got to spend money in those situations that you're like, gosh, I spent all this money and hired all these people, and it's like, man, what am I getting for this? What you'll find out is when you can wow a real estate agent, wow a consumer, and get referrals from it, it pays for itself eventually. But I'd also use our tools. Like that's why we built it for you because I know a lot of people can't hire. Use PA Plus, use Processor Assist. Use UWM's tools in partnership to help you grow. Let's do one more because we're running out of time. Let's pick one last question and we'll get out of here.
All right, final question comes from Kim in Florida. Matt, what's your advice for taking full advantage of Chat UWM?
Chat, just use it. use it. You will find so much cool stuff. Every time you have a question about mortgages, just go into chat UWM, type it in there, and let it go back and forth. Sometimes you'll get exactly what you want. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, I thought it would be different. But if you don't use it, you can't win. I'm trying. I talked about try it first. Try stuff. Try things. Do different things, and you will win and succeed. And so I would try it. I would chat with a document. I'd import my 3.4 through it. There's scenario. There's so much stuff, and it's only going to grow. But you have to know how to use it to be successful. And so, listen, we're running right up to the 60-minute mark. I want to be efficient with time. I hope you wrote something down. I hope you got some value out of this. I hope you got some benefit out of this. I'm telling you right now, work harder, work smarter, dominate 1, 2, 3, 4 of these 8 things, and your business will grow and you will dominate. The next 15 months could be the best 15 months of all time for mortgage brokers. That's my mentality. That's what I believe will happen if we work smarter, harder. You do a couple of these things that we just went through, figure out what works best for you. But I'm proud to be part of this broker team. I'm proud to be part of it with all of you guys. Loan officers, brokers, consumers, real estate agents, UWM, we're all one team working together and winning together. Thank you for believing in UWM. Thanks for being a great partner. We're excited to dominate together for the next 15 months and beyond. Have a great day. Thank you.